Hey, so I'm going to show you my Bugout boat. This is a 1984 Catalina 30. So there's like 18 gallons of water in those jugs sitting on the bow. There's a propane grill sitting on the side right here for any fish I happen to catch. I put some solar panels on there. There's 300 watts. So that should be plenty of power for me. I don't use a whole lot of power. I switched on my lighting to LED. I've got a propane tank on the back end for the gas stove in the kitchen. That's a little motor hanging off the back end that goes to the dinghy. And underneath those solar panels right there are the dinghy davits. That's where the dinghy hangs from. I have that tan piece there just for shade. I have my little kayak for those hard to reach places where the boat can't go. And my dinghy is underneath the kayak, folded up. Actually the bottom, that's another project. The bottom fell out of it. So I'm going to attempt to glue that back on with some 5200, and we'll see how long that lasts. Okay, so I have all my stuff out. This is all my Bugout gear. Gorgeous emergency gear, if you feel better about that. So I'm going to start with the water situation first. On the bow of the boat, I have 3 6-gallon jugs for water. So that's 18 gallons of water. And then I have a water tank under the V-berth bed. And then I have a water tank under the settee across from me. And then there's a smaller water tank in the cockpit locker. So I'll probably have about, 20 gallons of water in the tanks, and then 18 gallons up on deck. And I will be making a water catch system as well. I have a tarp with a funnel that I will cut a hole into the tarp, put the funnel in, duct tape it, and it will go into the water fill cap up on deck, and it'll directly fill the tanks with rainwater. I normally, if I'm going to, I don't drink the tank water. If there's an emergency, sure, I'll probably boil it, or they have water purification tablets that you can buy. I also have water that I keep on board that I actually use to drink. I do not buy bottled water. It is such a waste of plastic. All those single water bottles end up in our oceans. Go to the store and buy these. Like, be more conservative about things for our planet. This is a 5-gallon water jug. This is a 3-gallon water jug. I have a couple of these around. I go to the Watermill Express and I fill these up. This one's about 75 cents for 3 gallons of water. When you buy a gallon of water at the store, 1 gallon is 75 cents. So this is a much cheaper option and much better for our environment, to do away with some of that plastic. This one I believe is like $1.25 for 5 gallons. So a lot cheaper. If you take water on the go, I purchase, you can use whatever you want, but I like to drink out of copper water bottles. They have some benefits of drinking out of copper. I got this one on Amazon. It's like 20 bucks, I think. So yeah, it's a great little water bottle. You can always just refill it. Don't put lemon in it. Put water only. So I actually have more. This bag I received as a Christmas gift because birthdays and Christmases always ask for Bugout stuff. I have some packets of water down here on the very bottom. And these are like emergency packets. Okay. These are like emergency drinking water packets. So that's really cool to have. Because you have to bug out really quick and you can't take these big heavy jugs with you. Okay, so we're going to go through this bag and see what's in here. So I have these, they're safety goggles. Not really sure why. They came with the bag. I'm not really sure why you would need them, but you never know. Maybe there's a dust storm, who knows. So anyways, and then it came some dust masks, and then there's some sterile gloves. And so I've got some emergency survival blankets in here. These retain 90% of your body heat in this blanket, so these are really good to have. And then there's some ponchos, some little cheapy plastic ponchos. Some gloves for working if you happen to be in the bush and you want to protect your hands. Okay, so there's tissue in here. Tissue's going to come in handy. People don't really think about having toilet paper on hand if shit hits the fan. Nowadays, I mean, toilet paper is like so big and bulky, and I don't have room on a boat to carry a bunch of toilet paper. But nowadays, somebody came out with this ingenious idea that there's toilet paper tablets. They're about the size of a quarter, I think, or maybe a $50. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen one in my hand. But you just drop it in water and it expands into, like, I think a roll of toilet paper, or equivalent to a roll of toilet paper. So I definitely have to get some of those. Let's see. We got these. I've got these emergency food rations full of vitamins and minerals. They're ready to eat. I'm not going to throw them away. They never open, so I'll keep them probably indefinitely. I'm sure they'll be fine. Especially if it's an emergency situation, then I don't think you really care. If they're, I mean, if they're moldy or something like that, then yeah, don't eat it. But if it smells fine, it looks fine, I'm going to eat it. I think we got that bag covered. So, like I said, this one pretty much came with everything in it. I added a couple things. This came with it. This is just a little emergency, just a little medical kit. It's got some band-aids and gauze and antibiotic cream and wipes and a CPR breathing barrier in case you need to give somebody CPR and you don't want to put your mouth to their mouth. I got this one year for my birthday. This is a case. It's made in the U.S. I tend to always buy knives that are made in the U.S. It's serrated right here, so that, and it's got a little finger, it keeps your fingers from sliding up and onto the blade. So it's pretty cool. And I like it also because this blade is like one whole piece. It goes down through the handle, which is more secure, so it makes it a better knife. Serrated here on the side, but this is a skinning knife to skin animals, and I've never used it. I'm not a hunter. This is the case that I was talking about. It's a skinning knife. It's made in the U.S. The blade goes all the way through the handle, which makes it a more secure knife, so you won't have the blade breaking on you like those cheap ones. It's got this little serrated part here for your thumb and this little lip right here for your finger, so it doesn't slide up onto the blade. And this knife here is my favorite, actually. It's just an old military combat knife. I believe they used this in World War II. It's a nice knife. It's got this little piece here so your fingers don't slide up onto the blade. And it's leather handle. It's got this big metal bolt thing at the end here. This is my Remington. I take this one out into the woods, and when I go metal detecting, it's also a pretty good knife. It's a stainless. It's not from US, it's China, but it's pretty nice knife anyways. My pocket knives I always have on me. This is a Kershaw It's made in the US. It's spring loaded, so it makes it easy to open. I like Kershaw's. And then this one, I bought this one in Austin during the Rot Rally. It's a motorcycle rally. This is also spring assisted. It's a nice little knife. It's Kershaw as well, made in the US. My machete. You always need a machete. This one's fairly new. I haven't used it a whole lot. My old one got left in someone's vehicle. Just had to call that a loss. I was a little devastated about losing my machete. But yeah, this one's a great little machete. It's a Sharad. This is my machete that I was talking about earlier. It's a Sharad. I'm guessing that's how you say it, Sharad. I believe the stainless steel blade goes all the way through the handles. In here, it's metal, so that's what I'm assuming. And the handle feels pretty heavy and solid. So this is a powder coated stainless steel, and it came with the ferro rod and sharpening stone, which is pretty cool. It goes in this little pocket here. So that was a nice little addition. So yeah, that's my little knife collection. I have more. I'm not sure where they're at the moment. I had a bunch of swords, but they don't really fit on the boat too well, so I gave most of those away. That's my cat, Deke. He has to know everything that's going on. Okay, so moving on along, this is a little medical kit that I have right now put together. And this is an old military bag. Sometimes I go to the Army surplus store and buy stuff there. It's just got like some band-aids and more band-aids and antiseptic wipes and some hot hands, hand warmers, which are great. Some gauze and stuff like that, and gauze tape, cleansing wipes, a Snakebite Kit, and then this backpack I've had forever. I bought this backpack at the military surplus store, and this is a little stainless steel cup. It's got a little clamp on here so you can take it off. So what do we got in here? It's been so long I haven't even really looked in here. So in the side pockets, I didn't get them out, but there was some glow sticks in that bag there. And then I have some glow sticks in this bag here. Oh, and I have some like little coffee samples in here, some tea bags. And it's like the little things, if you have to be like in a bug out situation, and it's a little creature comforts that's gonna like kind of make you feel better and lift your spirits a little bit, Coffee's always good, and some hot tea. Lighters, little bungee cord. And of course, I'm always adding to this bag. Like every time I go to the grocery store, I tend to buy a little extra something that wasn't on my list, like whether it's a bag of rice or a bag of beans. I usually try to buy all organic, but like that stuff gets expensive. So for my long-term storage, I don't really buy organic, because if you're in a situation like that, you're not gonna really care if it's organic or not. You just want to eat. But on my daily life, I do lean heavy towards organic foods. So this is like, I buy extra canned goods and stuff like that as well. And so in the beans and rice, if you're going to put it in long-term storage, you really want to put it in the freezer. I believe, I'm not really sure, I think it's maybe like 24 hours, and it kills off any of the bugs, and then you'll want to repackage it. Mylar bags are great, and maybe throw a little oxygen absorber in that, and then you can like put all your beans and your rice and stuff in the Mylar bags, and then throw all those in like a 5-gallon bucket, put the lid on it, and you're good. It should last forever. I got this little camping spoon fork set, which is kind of cool. It comes apart. There's a knife on here. There's a bottle opener. There's a corkscrew for your wine, because you know everybody's gonna have a bottle of wine on them when shit hits the fan. Okay, so we got more matches in here, and I got some batteries and some more lighters, and some more glow sticks. And then I've got some MREs. And I'm not really sure what the shelf life is on these, but even after they do expire, I don't think they're really expired. I think they're still good. And I'm going to hold on to them, because if shit hits the fan and I'm fucking hungry, I'm going to eat them. Like, as long as they're not spoiled or melted or something like that, but they shouldn't be because they haven't been opened, so it should be fine. And this is just toiletries. Once again, it's a little creature comforts of home. Like toothbrush, a razor, some soap. I've got dial soap in here. Some lotions. Some shampoo, some conditioner. Another MRE. Spicy penne pasta, vegetarian. Okay. And also you can make your own MREs. Would actually be cheaper. Like, these things can get expensive. You can make your own. You can buy a dryer and freeze dry your own foods and put them in Mylar bags and seal them for a really long time. It would actually be a lot cheaper than buying these. These are expensive. Oh, the emergency water goes in that bag over there. I think what I did, oh yeah, I think I just put some of that in here just in case I had somebody with me that didn't have their own supplies. They could carry a bag, and in case we got separated, they'd have like some of their own water and stuff. This emergency blanket, some emergency water. I gave them, you know, there's dust masks in there, there's a poncho. There's more shampoo and conditioner, and these are the little bottles that come from hotels. Every time I used to go to hotels, stay at hotels a lot when I travel. This is some more of that emergency ration food. Eat 1 bar every 6 hours per person. They're pretty low in sugar. They get 200 calories per bar, and the bars are pretty small. Where's the protein? Protein. Protein is only 3 grams per bar. It's not a whole lot, but... So the ingredients is wheat flour, vegetable shortening, cane sugar, water, coconut, and salt. So, good little survival snack, I guess. And then this little thing, this is a little whistle, and then it's got a compass on it, and you can wear it around your neck. So if you open it up inside, there's like some matches that stay dry up in there. And there's a little striking for the match on the side, and then there's a little mirror in here, so if you're in a situation where you get lost from someone or whatever, you can try to signal somebody with a little mirror. So this is a neat little gadget. I'd probably pick this up at Walmart or Academy. Some more hot hands in case it's cold out. Those things are great. And this is the hot. No, these are the feet. This is the foot warmer. These are great. You put them inside your shoes and they keep your feet nice and toasty. These are great. So, and then I got like a sterno log in here. Take this lid off and you light it, and it'll burn for several hours, I believe. A little over 2 hours. And so you can put a little pot on there, heat something up. And I have a Ziploc bag just full of stuff, like from MREs. I saved stuff, but there's a little Tabasco bottle, like, there's like this itty tiny Tabasco bottle. I'm not sure how long this will stay good. But I saved all those out of some old MREs that I tried. So anyways, freeze-dried food. And this was another gift. So what you got in here, you've got 2 beef stroganoff with noodles, 2 lasagna with meat sauce, 2 chicken teriyaki with rice, 2 noodles and chicken, 2 beef stews, 2 granola with blueberries. So you just add water. And these can be pretty expensive, but like I said earlier, if you buy a food dryer, dehydrator, it saves you a lot of money. Mountain House are supposed to be pretty good. I watched YouTube comparison on Mountain House, and I forget what the other brand was. It was another popular brand, but this was supposed to be pretty good. I've never tried them. But this one is the granola with milk and blueberries. So this is going to be your breakfast cereal. This has 12 pouches, which they say is 29 servings, but I don't see how it's 29 servings. Having 12 pouches. I don't know. Okay, it's not going to last very long. If you eat 1 pouch a day, I guess that'll sustain you. You're going to be hungry, but, you know, in a shit hits the fan situation, what do you do? But this seems like a big bucket for just like 12 pouches. It's a lot of space. That'd be a lot of containers to like feed me for a while. That'd be like 12 days, almost 2 weeks worth of food. I guess like another bucket would be like a month's worth of food. Just buy some rice and beans, man. That stuff's so cheap. You can get some canned vegetables, and once you cook it all up, it doesn't sound too appetizing, but if you're hungry, you're going to eat it. It's going to taste good. Okay, so I wanted to kind of go over some key points before I ended this video. Again, the water. These are so cheap. This is like $7 or $8 for a 5-gallon water jug. Pick up a couple of these at the store. They're super cheap to have them refilled. They're like $1.25 to have 5 gallons refilled. So these are definitely good to have around the house. And so we're going to go, okay, the backpack. Everyone in your family should have their own backpack. I know you've got backpacks laying around the house, so just start tossing stuff in those backpacks to be your bug out bag, your emergency bag. Some great items to start with for your emergency bag would be, of course, water. You might have to bug out of your house, and these are going to get a little heavy to carry if you're walking. They sell some of these water packets. They're emergency drinking water packets. You can buy some of these offline, throw them in your backpack. They'd be great to have. A canteen. I got this one at the Army Surplus store. These would be great to hang off the side of your backpack. Fill it with water. Now, if you have to like get water from an unreliable source, you have this little, I like this canteen because you have this little cooking utensil and you can pour the water into here and boil it. Now, with that being said, you're going to want to carry some matches and some lighters in your bag to make a fire. It's fairly cheap. I think they're like a few bucks at Academy. Toss some of these in your backpack. You can use this to heat up some foods on that sterno can. A life straw. A life straw is great to have in your backpack. This filters out 99.9999% of the bacteria. Great addition to the backpack. Food. You're going to need food. In an emergency situation, these are great to have in your backpack. Don't forget some sort of utensil. I purchased these online. They're just like a little emergency food rations. They're full of vitamins and minerals, and they taste pretty good. I've tried them before, and they're good for energy. So this would be a great addition to the backpack. You can get these at Academy for like really cheap. This is the survival blanket. It retains 90% of your body heat. Those are great to throw in your backpack. The ponchos are cheap little ponchos from Academy. Those are great. Stuff like this you can get at the dollar store. Duct tape. Duct tape always comes in handy for whatever reason. You can pick up some gloves at the dollar store. These are great to save your hands in case you have to like work in the woods or whatever. Those would be great in your backpack. Again, at the dollar store you can pick up some medical stuff. You can get Band-Aids and alcohol wipes and stuff like that. Put one of these in your backpack. Pepper spray. Well, this is actually pepper gel. Pepper spray, you have a chance, if it's windy out, you might get some blowback if you use a pepper spray. But the pepper gel doesn't do that. It doesn't blow back. I take this everywhere. I take it to the woods with me or when I go metal detecting. But this would be great to have in your backpack. And it'd be great, instead of using, like if you have an intruder or whatnot, it'd be great instead of using deadly force. That'd be great. the hand crank radio would be great to have. It has a flashlight, it has an AM FM radio, and it has a place for earphones if you're trying to be quiet. No batteries needed. It's a great addition to your backpack. One of these emergency 2-person thermal tents. I got this offline, but I think Academy might have these. These are great in an emergency situation. They also retain 90% of your body heat. This one's for 2 people. This would be a great addition to your backpack. I like this hammock. It's got a mosquito netting on top of it. In a bug out situation, if I bugged out and I went to the woods, I would prefer this over a tent. I just feel like people would stumble upon your tent, but something like this, I would choose to put it up in the trees where people aren't really going to be looking up. They're, you know, people tend to just kind of look out in front of them. So yeah, I really like this hammock here. You're going to want a good knife. This is just a Remington. I most likely got it at Academy. I probably paid for 20 bucks for it. I like this knife. The blade goes all the way through the handle, so you can be a little rough with it and the blade's not going to snap off on you. I've actually had a cheap knife where the blade did snap off on me, so this is a good knife here. I take this everywhere to in the woods with me or metal detecting. And again, the machete. The machete is always good to have. They always come in handy. If you're having to be in the woods, a machete will definitely come in handy. So yeah, everybody in your family really should have a backpack, because in an emergency situation, it's always good to be prepared. You know, all this stuff right here is a great way to start. You can always add later. Christmas is coming up. Ask for this kind of stuff for Christmas. Most likely you're going to get a bunch of crap that you really don't want. This is great stuff to have. So yeah, ask for this for Christmas. This actually could possibly save your life one day. So yeah, this is my bug out boat. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.